I wasn't planning on getting back into the PetTube drama for a while, but some stuff has come out about Taylor, and as I have kind of become the designated Taylor drama channel, I figured I'd talk about it. I wanted to make a video about Onision before this, but the sleuthing is taking longer than expected, so I decided to upload this one first. And yeah, my videos are monetized now. If Taylor can get paid for her apology and ripped cheese videos, and her friends are allowed to upload videos with 4 ads in them to benefit of the drama of their friend, then I can also get some money. Around Christmas, 2 former friends of Taylor have posted their stories and what they know about her on an anonymous forum. I won't reveal their names because I really don't want people to go and harass them. I don't want this to happen to anyone, by the way. At this point I have changed my view of Taylor from misguided and in over her head to negligent and irresponsible, but that still doesn't mean that I want her to get attacked or to get called names. I'm making videos to spread awareness so that people, especially younger kids, know not to follow her example, not so that people just hate on her. I've seen too many comments that said how they got an animal because Taylor got it, or that her relationship with her boyfriend is so cute. I don't want anyone to see her as a role model. Anyway, let's talk about what these former friends have revealed. I will focus this video on the animals, but they've also revealed more personal things. One of the most important pieces of information that was shared is the fact that Taylor allegedly lied about her skinks and Pac-man frog. According to the friends, the skinks died of dehydration and the frog of malnutrition. The croc skinks supposedly died during a heat wave, which made their enclosure dry out faster than expected. We have seen evidence of dry water dishes many times, so it unfortunately wouldn't be a surprise if this actually happened. Taylor should have kept more careful watch over her enclosures, especially as many of the pets in her animal room and the closet in it are very heat sensitive. Croc skinks, crested geckos, and her Pac-man frog don't handle heat well. She has mentioned her animal room getting very hot before, so I really have no idea why she even kept them all in there in the first place, instead of just moving them to an air-conditioned part of the apartment. I was actually confused when I read that, because even though her croc skink enclosures looked inadequate, she actually did used to have a little swimming area with a filter and everything for them. It turns out that she took that away from them when she moved and only has a very shallow dish of water for a croc skink enclosure now. She also got rid of the layered substrate, as her display cages are too shallow to have any kind of deep substrate. It's just a huge downgrade in general. Her display enclosures look kinda cool, but they're not suitable for a lot of the animals that live in there. Talk about gilded cages. Onto the Pac-man frog's death. I've read a lot of care guides, forums, and articles about frogs since it's been said that he died of malnutrition. In pretty much all of them, it explicitly states not to regularly feed your frogs mice as they are high in fat and may cause a multitude of diseases. I know that Taylor claimed that she did only feed him mice as a treat, but then why did she only ever talk about or show herself feeding him mice? As I said before, many children watch her and get the pets she has. This is dangerous, as she is setting an example for them, making them believe they can feed their frogs an incomplete diet. The only time I could find where she mentions feeding him something other than mice is right when she got him and he was too small for them. It would make sense that she just fed them to him for convenience sake. Perhaps she heated a frozen one up for him whenever she fed her snakes too. I think I have seen crickets in his enclosure during a feeding video, but I have never seen her mention gut loading her feeders, and only seen her clumsily dust them once, so even if she did feed him things other than mice, they wouldn't have held a lot of nutrition. Taylor's Pac-man frog looked very weird and sick if you compare pictures of him to healthy frogs. He had a strange face shape and his legs were splayed out. It makes a lot more sense if they died because of these things than her power outage story. I actually experienced a short circuit recently and that affected the electricity from my bathroom, where it happened, all the way to my bedroom. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to say that only 2 cages had their powers off, when they would have shared the circuit with all the other ones as well. It also says a lot about her if she confidently posted this story, as she basically exposed that her normal routine is only checking on her animals once in the morning and then again in the evening. Some of you might say that that's fine, as Taylor has an assistant. It's great for her that she has one, but that assistant has a baby and therefore not a lot of time for Taylor's zoo. She once went on a trip and left said assistant in charge of all her animals while she was very far along in her pregnancy. For everyone that doesn't know, pregnant women should avoid changing cat's litter, as cats may carry a parasite that could damage the baby. So it wasn't the best idea to leave 50 animals in the hands of a pregnant woman, especially as it could have harmed her and her baby in addition to just being very stressful. Taylor also said that she mostly helps her out with day-to-day life and not her pets. I guess it's better to have an assistant that is a busy mom than her boyfriend's drug dealer, though. Something else that's been said about Taylor is that her moon crab, Ursula, has died from mismolting. Moon crabs have virtually no differences in appearance, so she can simply post a picture of a crab and see that it's the same crab. She never mentioned this on social media. She most likely got a replacement female when she got her male moon crab. Some of her friends have, if this is true, covered for her and lied about losing footage of that crab. It makes me wonder what else they know and how they justify standing behind and defending someone that neglects their pets. There's a really strange and cliquey dynamic going on with them. My personal hypothesis is that she hasn't uploaded her animals' enclosures, a stream, or basically any kind of proof that her animals are alive and well because she's trying to get all her enclosures in order. But she might just be busy with her boyfriend. I won't get that much into her personal life, but these clips have been posted on her boyfriend's Instagram stories, 2 weeks apart from each other.
If it's still bad, I'll go, but I don't think it will be. Like, my body's just fucked, baby. Have you heard my mouth these last few days? Thank you. Or not. Ellie.
I know everyone made fun of me for the sunglasses video, and I kinda deserve that, but nobody in the world can tell me that she sounds normal in those clips. I don't think that it's a coincidence that she disappeared without a word right after promising so many videos and announcing 2 of them, just to say that she will return soon right when her boyfriend is scheduled to go on tour. I don't know, it just seems weird to me and worth mentioning as this is a recurring thing. Something else that has been revealed is that Cheese was most likely stunted due to bad nutrition. He was extremely small for a cowfish of his age, and just like with her frog, she only ever showed or talked about feeding him one thing, which is seaweed. I talked to someone on Twitter that also keeps cowfish, and she had an extremely varied diet for hers. And hers grew as much in a few months as Cheese did in multiple years. They are actually predominantly predatory fish in the wild, and feed on a variety of meaty prey and only eat algae occasionally. Cowfish are also slow eaters, and as she had a busy tank, including a tank that should be in a tank that's twice the size of what her tank is currently, he might not have gotten to eat a lot unless she hand-fed him every single day. I have personally talked to one of the former friends, and they have told me that her milk snake, Gucci, actually escaped and couldn't be found for months, which is why she got Gucci number 2, now named Prada. But he ended up being found in her mouse's cage with a full belly. I feel sad for Gus. Taylor never socialized with him and left him in a boring cage just to get eaten alive. I know that things are different in other countries, but I'm from Germany and most serious mice owners here think that keeping males alone is inhumane. Taylor couldn't even remember how old he was. And that's basically everything concerning the animals that they have leaked. I'll put an imager album of the screenshots of what else has been said in the description. And once again, please don't send hate to anyone. If you don't believe these former friends, alright, write it in the comments of this video, but don't seek them out just to shit talk them. It will benefit nobody. If you think about it rationally, you'd realize that if they made these claims for attention, they would have talked about this somewhere like YouTube and not a random gossip forum. As always, if you've come this far, thank you for watching.